We haven't done this clarity of consciousness meditation for a while, and I think it's a really sweet one. So it's from the Discovering Buddhism program and FPMT. It's in module one. So, oh, sorry, just looking stuff around here. All right, so let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. So, I mean, when I say that, it's almost like it's a signal for you, for yourself. You could tell this to yourself too when you're meditating on your own to just kind of settle in. It's almost like when a cat settles in for a rest, they kind of go round and round and round and round and round, and then they sit. I think dogs do the same thing. So it's almost like we're giving ourselves permission to stop. And we can do it when we have to. So yesterday the best part of an hour and a half inside a MRI tube. It was just fascinating in there. I was comfortable. They allow a lot more time because obviously people move in there. So I just kept my body quite still. And because I couldn't really move because it would make the procedure quite a bit longer if I kept moving because I have to keep repeating. It kind of was actually innate. I had to give myself permission just to be still, not to move. So physically not moving. It's actually quite a discipline. So you can think about, in a situation where you can't really move. And maybe just allow yourself, give yourself space to be still. So the great meditators were in the mountains. There's still great meditators up there in the mountains, but there's also great meditators dotted all around the world, living their life. They sort of say that sometimes even swallowing can be disturbing to your meditation, so let alone moving. So see if you can stay still in your meditation. And part of that is kind of being quiet, trying to be quiet. So, we can also help ourselves by grounding our body as well. So you feel the feet on the floor. Maybe it's the kind of the weight of the foot or the sensation of the temperature of the floor or what your feet are sitting in, your socks, slippers. And then maybe you'll feel the weight of the backs of the legs on the chair. Feel the sits bones on the chair, the weight of your pelvis. And align your shoulders with your hips and your ears with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Just putting some space in between those vertebrae. Then go to the crown of the head and relax your scalp and your forehead and the eyes. So just think about releasing any tension in your face. And when you put your attention to releasing anything you might be holding in your face, you'll be surprised how much it just didn't realize that, how much it could relax. And relax your jaw. Think about releasing the back of the tongue. Relax the ears and the temples and the back of the head. And just put a little bit of length in the back of your neck. And allow the shoulders and shoulder blades to just drop. And then think about releasing any tension in your arms and legs. So when you relax, I think, excuse me, it's less likely that you're going to be wanting to move around. If you're holding tension in your body, somehow I feel you want to move it. And then bring your mind to the breath sensations as you inhale and exhale. Just notice the subtle breath. A little bit cooler as you breathe in, slightly warmer as you exhale. And then bring your attention to the chest cavity. So we're really designed to breathe 360 degrees, but we often just breathe in the front part. Well, that's where we even think we're just breathing in the front part. Just imagine you're breathing all around. You're expanding the back and the side, ribs, the lungs. They don't just blow up in the front. And then the diaphragm drops down as you breathe in, and rises back up again as you exhale. You might notice the belly as well, rising and falling. So when you're meditating, you can focus on one of those three areas of the breath. And then also be aware of any potential distractions. Sound. Vibration. Just the vibration of another person in your home. Particularly if you have a home that's got wooden floors or different levels. And then the distractions of the notifications flowing across your screen. And just allow them all to be there. So the trick is to not follow with the mind. Some things you can't prevent. That little creature, forest creature running across the roof, the dog barking outside, the garbage truck driving past. Just allow it to be there. You hear it, but the mind doesn't engage and follow the garbage truck up the street. You stay focused on the breath. And then bring to mind all these people of our life. So our loved ones, our strangers, the ones we don't like so much. And just remember that these relationships can be interchangeable. They're all equal, regardless. Regardless of whether you like one person one day, one week, and not the next. You don't like one person one day and next week you adore them. That they didn't change. They just want to be happy and they don't want to suffer. And they all have, this extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. We'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life, and by extension, all the sentient beings. So So you can imagine that all these people of your life, your friends, your ones you don't like, and the strangers, imagine that they're here in this space with you, doing the meditation with you. I mean, if that's too much for the mind, but just you can maybe just for a moment. And maybe we want to think about, apart from motivating for all the sentient beings, consider your own intention for your spiritual practice, for coming along here this morning. And for yourself now, make a determination to use your study and your meditation and your practice to increase your understanding and insight and take the next step on your spiritual journey for your own sake, for the sake of everybody around you. So now we're going to generate a sense of spacious clarity. So imagine you're lying on top of a hill. There's plenty of hills here in Marin. It's not hard to do here, but maybe you don't have hills around you. Maybe you live in a city. So take yourself up to the top of your favorite building or a hill or a mountain. And you're lying there and you're looking up and you have this unobstructed view. No trees, no buildings. You're just gazing up into a clear blue sky without any clouds or pollution or drones or electric things or airplanes. And focus your awareness on this luminous spaciousness. And allow yourself to merge with this clear, luminous space. Now imagine your body and your mind, as well as the surrounding environment, becoming one with this pure empty space. Becoming empty and luminous and clear, without any sense of separation or duality. If you can hold your awareness in the experience of this empty luminosity, just that, without thinking this or that, without judgments, without discrimination. And this is the pure, clear nature of your mind. Just rest in this space, very focused, but relaxed and aware. So when thoughts and emotions arise from this space, try not to engage with them. Don't gravitate towards them with, this sort of attraction, fascination, or push them away with aversion. See if you can just simply sit back and watch the thoughts arise and abide and dissolve back into empty spaciousness. So here you would be, it's not a detachment, but it's an objectivity. Just aware of what's going on in there, in the mind, without getting involved. So as the thoughts and emotions arise, try not to analyze your mind or even the experience you're having right now. Just observe whatever arises with perfect neutrality, a certain level of objectivity. You can just watch the thoughts pass and bring your awareness back to the clarity of your own mind. everything that arises, thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, the experience of sound, smells, has the nature of luminous clarity, formless, space-like, clear awareness. This is the pure nature of your consciousness. So be totally relaxed and stay with this experience with intense awareness. Just focus. Just that. That's all. We'll do this now for 5 minutes before the end of the session. If your mind is already traveling on to the next thing, just bring it very gently back to the breath, to your meditation. So now bring your attention down to the soles of your feet. Feel the weight of the feet in the floor or under your legs. Feel the weight of your sits buttons in your chair. And your hands in your lap. And then under, maybe your eyes are angled about 45 degrees under your closed eyelids. And then just crack them open just slightly to allow some light in. I mean, if you wish, you can stay in meditation. But if you're preparing to go about your day now, or your afternoon, wherever you are, just come back slowly so then you open your eyes, allow the light in. And then move about with some awareness of the space you've just been in. Have some hot water, have a little stretch. And so let's just dedicate any positive energy, any insight, any creative energy that may have just arisen in your mind doing this meditation to all those people of your life and all the sentient beings. Okay, everybody, lots of love. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Mary, for hosting, and I'll see some of you tonight. Okay.